No, thank you very much, Chair. And let me take this opportunity to welcome the presentation from the Labour perspective and from also the students' side. But I deliberately do not want to welcome the presentation of the management itself. First, we are speaking of an issue here, Honorable Khabu, where the management itself responded very late and not affording us as members of portfolio committee enough time to go through their report so that we are able to come and interrogate it and participate fully and make sure that we carry our responsibilities as members of the portfolio committee to do our oversight work properly. And that speaks to the governance problems that you also mentioned as Chair, that even yourself, this invitation, it really came late to your attention. It's actually a serious problem within. And that even the AG now just indicated that there's a serious governance problem in this college. There's serious governance problem, and as the Parliament, I think actions must be seriously taken, and we need to zoom into this college, because not only finances of the college are being misused, but also even the people who are running, who are having responsibility to run the institution itself, they don't, or they seem not to know what they are doing, or I don't know if it's deliberate. So, but my few questions that I want to make on the material irregularities. It is actually noted by the AG that there are fraud submitted tender, whatever it may be, to the procurement process. I mean to be processed in terms of what needs to be done, what needs to be supplied, whether goods or services within the institution. And it was noted, and now we are having a situation where the institution says no, but we don't know why the AG says this, because of the reasons that they've provided. And the AG comes and tells us that, but there's no compliance. Then there was never any compliance from the institution itself. But this institution, they've also indicated to us that they do not respect even the Chapter 9 institutions itself. Because you can't come and lie openly, you come in Parliament and lie in Parliament. Just lie like that. And we must take you serious and say our kids in Northern Cape are well taken care of in terms of providing skills development and education to our people, and also protecting the finances of the taxpayers, because you have been given money by the very same Parliament which you come and lie, and even openly says the AG they are not telling the truth in all. But let's prove it. My question is this: 2019-2020, you received a qualified audit opinion. And then we go to 2020-2021 unqualified, 2021-2022 unqualified, 22-23 unqualified, and 23-24 unqualified. What happened from 2019? You received qualified audit opinion, but in the next 3 years to come, it's all unqualified. What happened? It doesn't really speak to the same things that the AG they've raised, to say there's serious financial mismanagement within the institution itself. So can I at least get any explanation to say what happened? There was change of officials in your finance department, or what, from 2019 up until to date? Because I believe that if I do something good now and I'm being qualified now, and then I unqualified in terms of the audit opinion. So what really happened? Can I get an explanation there? And let's take our people into into confidence. The other issue that I want to raise, Chair, is on the issue of students. I'll go to the students now quickly. The students, they've raised a number of issues. And one of the issues that the students raise is the issue of NSFAS, of course, which they've just tried to explain to us. But the problem with NSFAS, Chair, is that NSFAS create problems for themselves. And after creating problems for themselves, and want to come and blame the students when issues are not turning out to be fine. For example, they've said to me, we are funding you, Mandla, you qualify for a funding, right? And then 2 months down the line or 3 months down the line, NSFAS comes back and says to me, you are no longer funded. What makes them think that I'm funded at the first place? It doesn't matter to say maybe I've N+1 rule or N+2 rule or the court or whatever it is that you may provide. But at the first place, you said to Mandla, you qualify to be funded by NSFAS. And come later and says to Mandla, you are no longer qualifying to be funded by NSFAS. You are creating problems for yourself. And you are also creating problems for these students in the institutions. And March also, that's why there's always the strikes and the burning of the campuses because of this issue, because students will not understand. They will always question why at the first place you said I qualify to be funded. Can we at least also, as the entity there, try to avoid those things in the near future, because you are creating confusion and problems for our students. But let me also come to the management itself. As I conclude, Chair, I wanted to be very short. So, okay, let me understand for your 2025 academic year, which we are going to now. We are almost done with 2024. You have actually said the application process online is open, which is also, you are saying we are extending it to at least late November, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so are you going to allow the late applications to take place? And then the other issue which I want to know is the issue of what exact number does, I mean, the intake or the enrollment of your own campus or all campuses, what exactly are you taking per year? The exact number of the students that you are accepting per year, the exact number of that. And how many so far from the application process, if you have got information? I understand sometimes it's the external company that is running the online application processes. Maybe they have not submitted the information yet, but if you do have that information, how many so far have you received in terms of the applications? And then the issue of the walk-ins, we're going to have walk-ins January. How are you going to deal with the issues of walk-ins to make sure that the students are assisted? The registration fees, how are you going to deal with the students who fully qualify to enroll in your institution and they've showed interest that they want to enroll with your institution and they do not have the registration fee? How are you dealing with such issues in terms of assisting students to make sure that they get to register? Labor, I conclude, check. You see, there's a serious problem here, but I want to check from the management. Is labor part of your council? And if not, why is labor not part of your council? Because my understanding is that to avoid many things here, at least you must invite labor. Labor must sit in council. In council, we must have student representative, we must have labor, we must have all stakeholders of the institution represented in council. So I want to check if you do have labor in your council, and then if not, why? And then if you provide that reason, maybe you can develop a policy that will actually allow labor to also form part of your council as we move. Chair.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah, honorable